Hi there. This is a 5-minute Feldy to go with Prelude to walking on a roller. So just lie on your back and do a quick body scan as usual. In whatever way that you come to like to check in with yourself, just let the floor take your weight. And then when you're ready, bring your feet up to standing and begin the movement of lifting and pressing your right shoulder a few times. Just noticing how you do that and how that movement affects the other parts of you. Like notice your head might roll. Just do that a few times and then do the other side. Just lifting the left side up a few times, pressing. Just noticing how you're breathing and then start to alternate. Just get into a nice rhythm, like you're taking a stroll in the park. And then when you're ready, press on your right foot and lift your right hip up a little bit. And it helps to maybe press a little bit with the left hip. So just lifting your right hip. And again, noticing how you do that, what muscles are working. How does that travel through the upper part of you? How does that travel up your spine? Is your head starting to move? And then when you're ready, lift your other side, press with the left foot. Just do that a few times. And start to alternate. And just let yourself get into this lovely rhythm, like a stroll in the park. And then pause. And now let's go up on the roller. So now on the roller, find your place where you just feel relaxed, you feel balanced, without having to put too much effort into staying on the roller. And now begin these same movements of lifting your right shoulder. And notice how it's changed. Are you having to work pretty hard to stay on the roller just lifting your shoulder, or are you pretty stable? And just notice what is having to work in your back to keep you on the roller. And then when you're ready, do the left side, lifting the left shoulder. Let your head roll. And then alternate. Get into a nice rhythm. Just start to notice how easy is it to lift your shoulder. Is this a good movement where it's just really smooth? Or are you finding little hiccups? The movement's going to be a little different because you're on a roller now. And there are muscles that were available to you on the floor that are no longer really available to you here. So your nervous system is having to learn a new puzzle. So now pause, and we'll do the same thing with our hips. But now we're just going to lift the right hip a little bit. And notice what happens. The roller wants to roll a little bit. And if you let it roll, notice that instinctually your head is going to turn the opposite direction. And it's going to turn the opposite direction because you're trying to stay on the roller. And so this counterbalancing that we do naturally when we're walking upright is taking over here. If I were to turn my head to the right, I'm just going to fall off the roller. So then take your hips the other way. Just do that a few times and notice what's happening in your back. See if there's any place where you're straining a lot. And then begin the movement of alternating. Just lifting one hip and then the other and letting your head go. And notice what is now happening in your shoulders. You might notice a lot of it's because your head is turning, but again, it's part of the counterbalancing that our body actually has learned how to do over the years. My shoulders are going opposite. And I'm not really asking them to do that. They're just doing it to stay on the roller. So this is the kind of mechanism that happens when we're walking upright, is we get this counterbalancing that allows us to keep from falling over. And sometimes this counterbalancing gets a little bit messed up, and then we can start getting strains in muscles and joints. So this kind of movement is going to help. And so then come off the roller. Oh, and feel how great that is. And if you want to, just do this movement again a few times. But lifting the opposite hip and the opposite shoulder. And let your head just move. And notice how easy this is on the floor. Now you have those muscles available to you again. You've gotten this coordination. You made the connections, and now it just gets easier and easier. And then let that all go. Rest on your back for a few minutes. And then you can get up and go about your day. Have a good day.